Hello everyone, welcome back. Not me filming in the literal rain right now. So today I'm gonna do a video explaining what each of my horses get feed-wise and why they get that specific feed, because I've had so many questions recently on Instagram and stuff about that, basically. So first of all, I am actually sponsored by High Gain and Mitivate Feeds at the moment, and I will say that just at the beginning, but I have been using their feed for a lot longer than they have been sponsoring me, and I am just so thankful for that. And they were actually nice enough to do a full nutritional analysis on each of my horses, so they kind of explained why each of my horses get the specific things that they suggested I give them. And so yeah, you're hearing the ASMR in the background of the rain that is currently falling on me. Woo! Real rustic at the moment today, guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna go straight into it because I don't really want to keep being rained on. Yeah. Okay, so I thought first I would show you guys my feed room, because this is where all the feed is. All the hay is in there when there's actually a lot of hay. It's clearly straw. This is teff hay, so this is what Dexter gets. It's just very high quality, no or minimal sugar hay, because that's what he needs, as I'm about to explain. And yeah, this is the setup. It's worked quite well, but yeah, also keeping these nice and clean and dry. The Promita, I think it is, chaff, High Gain 0, and breeder. And I'm going to make you their feeds and talk through it with you guys. Oh yes, and supplements. I'll show you in the supplements. That's where they all are. And then these are more of the supplements that don't fit in there. Haven't actually been using the hoof gain recently because I am using Gleam instead. So yeah, let's make their feeds. So we're going to start off by making Dexter's feed. And I feed them all chaff, so they get about 1/3 of a bucket each, just because I kind of like feeding them chaff, and I think it's like a good filler so they don't stuff themselves with like a lot of grain all at once. So the grain I use for Dexter is High Gain 0, and I have had him on it probably since 2018, I want to say, and it literally changed his life and my life, because he has pretty bad head shakers syndrome, which before I put him on High Gain 0 was bad enough to the point where I thought I might have to put him down, because some days he would just be flicking his head the entire day, no stopping at all. It was just constant in the paddock. But as soon as I took him off sugary feeds and lucerne, he was completely fine. So I just can't thank my feed lady enough for putting me onto High Gain 0 and High Gain 0 as a product for literally keeping Dexter ridden and alive, as morbid as that sounds. But yeah, anyway, the next supplement that I use is Safeguard EQ, which is also kind of for his head shakers syndrome. It's a toxin binder. So it basically helps absorb my toxins and prevents potential negative health impacts and performance issues from that. So next, I give him Paxel when he is in heavy work and going to shows all the time. Not if he's not, because it makes him a bit spicy, but it's basically a bunch of B group vitamins and essential amino acids and other minerals, which help just give him a bit more energy and a bit of kick, particularly when he's traveling all the time and going to lots of different shows and things. So next, I give all of my horses Dolomite during summer and when there's not a whole lot of grass, and calcium therefore, because I find particularly with Dexter, when he's getting teff hay and minimal sugars, etc., he starts getting really hangry and grumpy at feed time. So I find when I give him Dolomite or a calcium supplement, he actually is completely fine again. So there you go. If you have a hangry horse at feed time, that might be the reason why they are hangry. So the next supplement that I give him, I find very important for his diet when he is in work. It just makes him so much more rideable and comfortable, and that is Curculin Pro. And basically that is a super strong naturally derived antioxidant, and it has a bunch of natural ingredients that are combined together, like large quantities of lots of different natural things that have been proven to help certain things. And basically it's good for horses that have any sort of kind of injury or extra stress, or tendons, muscles, ligaments, joints, everything benefits from this sort of thing. So yeah, I absolutely swear by it. And then one of the last ones I give him is just Regain, which is sort of like an electrolyte replenishing thing that I only really give him after exercise, but he hadn't been exercised this day, so I was not giving it to him. And then finally, I give him RBO oil sometimes as a supplement when I'm trying to get him a bit fatter and stuff, or if I want to reduce the amount of high gain zero I'll give him like a little bit of extra RBO oil, which is great too. So the next horse's feed that we're doing is Flumes, and he gets Promiter. So Promiter is a low starch, low carb feed because he's a little bit of a fatty. He used to be on breeder until quite recently, but I found I was giving him far too little breeder for the amount of nutrients and things that he needed for his age and growing body. So yeah, we converted him onto Promiter so he could not be as fat, but he would still be getting all the nutrients and nutrient levels that he needed to be getting. But yeah, I might switch it up because he tends to lose and gain weight a lot during summer and winter and etc. But yeah, there's Flumes, normal feed that he gets, and then the supplement he gets at the moment at least is Gleam. So Gleam helps with their coat and their hooves. It's got biotin in it, so it just really helps with those sorts of things because yeah, he had quite bad hooves, so we just found that having a hoof supplement really helps him and grows the toe of his hoof more now. So now he's not as blocky through his hooves. And I have also given him hoof gain before, but I kind of swap between the two a little bit depending how his coat is, etc. All that sort of thing. That's pretty much all he gets at the moment. Obviously also gets a bit of Dolomite when he needs it in summer. And the last feed we're making is Pinot, is the old retiree, even though he's not old at all. But yeah. Anyway, he gets breeder, so he gets what Flume used to get. They used to just share a paddock and have that each. He's just on breeder because it's more basic feed for like spelling horses and brood mares and young stock, etc. So it's got Bonafide and other supplements that you need for growing horses and horses that are growing things inside them, or just horses that are spelling. And then lastly, I am actually also trying him on Safeguard EQ because he has quite bad stomach issues. Like he has the runs quite often in certain parts of the year. So we're just testing that at the moment just to see if that helps settle his stomach, binds all the toxins that are making his stomach not so good at the moment. But yes, that is what my horses get as of July 2022, and I can't thank High Gain and Mitavite enough for keeping my horses' health and condition at its absolute best.